Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome, everybody. Today, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some things you absolutely need to know about your retirement. And I'm going to be sharing with you how to prepare. Now, the interesting thing about this information I'm going to share with you is these are things that you absolutely must know, should know, must know, but they're not telling you. The experts and the financial advisors and all the people out there, they're not sharing this information with you. But today, guys, I'm going to break it all down for you to make sure that you are fully prepared for living your best life in retirement. If this is your first time joining me or first time seeing me, my name is Alex. I'm a licensed insurance advisor and financial planner, and I help people just like you create more joy, peace, prosperity, health, wealth, and happiness in your life. And that's what this is all about. And so the information I'm going to be sharing with you, I think is extremely important and very valuable. So just a few things I want to share. First off, did you know 40%, 40% 40% of all people in retirement live on Social Security alone, meaning they have no other form of income that's coming in. They live solely on Social Security. Did you know that full retirement age, right, is 67? Now you can retire before you reach 67, but you won't receive what's called full benefits. Okay. So if you retire at 62, by the way, the average age of retirement is 64 years of age, 64 years old. So that means at 64, you'll be able to get Social Security benefits, but because you're younger than 67, you won't get full retirement benefits. So, in terms of the benefits you receive on a monthly basis, the average retirement or Social Security check is roughly about $1,782 a month, and that roughly comes out to $21,300 a year. So if you would put in the chat, put in the comments below, let me know if you can live off of $21,400 a year. Anybody? Put in the comments below. Let me know if you can live on $21,400 a year. That's what I really want to talk about today, guys, because at some point, you are going to retire. And hopefully you want to do it in a way where you're able to live well in retirement. You're able to do some of the things that you've always wanted to do, but probably did not have the time to do it, right? So I want to help you create not only time freedom, I want to help you create financial freedom as well. So if you know someone who is really interested in this type of stuff, please share this information. Please share this video with them because again, these are things that everyone should know, but they're not telling you. Okay, so let's continue. What are they not telling you? They're not telling you that the current Social Security program is going to be quote unquote bankrupt by 2035. By 2035. So, what am I talking about? We're talking about in just in just 12 years from now, the amount of money that the Social Security program pays out will exceed the amount that's coming in. And so, for those of you who don't know how this works, what they do is they tax our income, and the income, that income is what pays for Social Security benefits. Okay. So there's no bucket of money that is just sitting around that you paid into. That's not how it works. How it works is people who are working currently today, we are actually paying Social Security, all right, paying Social Security tax, okay, and that money is what's being used to pay out the benefits that people are currently receiving. So at some point, the amount of people, right, who are receiving Social Security benefits is going to exceed the number of people who are paying into the program. And that's going to be a problem. And in all likelihood, that really means that either taxes have to go up, the percentage that you pay has to go up, or benefits have to be cut. Now, let me ask you, which would you prefer? Would you prefer that your Social Security benefits be cut, right? That you receive less in the future? Or would you rather pay more taxes now? Or possibly a combination of both? So, the reason why I'm pointing this out, guys, is because I want you to be prepared. I want you to understand what's happening so that you are able to make sure that you're able to live well in retirement whenever you decide to retire. I want you to be able to retire when it's your choice. Okay. I want you to choose how you retire, and I want you to be able to retire well. So let's continue. So here is the really, really important stuff that they are not sharing with you. The really, really big thing is Social Security. Once you start once you start receiving Social Security up to a certain point is not taxable. You do not pay tax on Social Security if you are single. That amount is $25,000. So if you make $25,000 or less, you do not pay tax on any of that money. If you are receiving Social Security benefits, you do not pay any taxes on that money. Okay. Now, if you are married, as a married couples can earn up to $34,000. Okay, and won't pay tax on any of that Social Security benefits or income. Okay, so that's the second point that I want you to make. I want you to keep in mind. Okay. However, however, there are a couple of things about this that I really want you to pay attention to. I really want you to understand. If you if you're single and you receive 25 up to $25,000 in Social Security benefits for the year, you will not pay tax. Now, the question again is, as a person who is in retirement, can you afford to live on $25,000 of Social Security benefits? Can you live on 25,000? As a married couple, can you live on 34,000? Mind you, that is less. That's about $2,900 a month for a married couple. Okay. It's about 2,000, it's a little over $2,000 for a single person. So the question is, can you live on that? Chances are probably not. So, what is the traditional advice that they're always telling us to do? What are they always telling us to do to prepare for retirement? What do they always say? Well, you want to make sure that you are putting money in your 401k. That's the traditional advice that everyone, every financial advisor, everybody you hear online, all the gurus tell us to put money in the 401k. Let me just share a little bit about this, okay? Before I get to the 401k portion, let me get to another part here. If you cannot live on the $25,000 as a single person or $34,000 as a couple, you are actually able to earn money and still receive your Social Security benefits. However, they are going to take money away from you once you start making a certain amount of money. So, what am I talking about? So, let's say, for instance, that you say, "Hey, man, I cannot live. I cannot live on $25,000 of Social Security benefits. I'm going to need money, some more money coming in." So if you decide to go the route of working part time, okay, which you can do, for every $2 that you make above, check this out, 21,400. For every $2 you make above $21,400, they are going to take $1 away from you. You heard me right. They are going to reduce your benefits by every $2 you make, they're going to take one away from you. So, for example, if you make $2,000, right? And that $2,000 makes your total income for the year, right? If it comes out to 23,400, they are going to reduce your Social Security benefits by $1,000 for that year. So you will actually receive $1,000 less in Social Security because you actually earned $2,000 in part-time income because you couldn't afford to live on just that basic $21,000. Guys, let me tell you something. This is a trick bag. This is a scam. You have got to make sure that you are prepared and ready for what's coming down the pike. By the way, if you want to know what you're going to be receiving in terms of your Social Security benefits, you can go to ssa.gov. You can go online, create your account, and you can find out right now what you would be eligible for at different points in the future. If you retire at 62, what you can expect to receive. If you retire at 64, 65, 67, it'll lay those things out for you, okay? So this is where you can go to find out what type of Social Security benefits you can currently project it, what you can kind of sort of look forward to. But in any case, again, if you're going to be working part-time or full-time, any money that you make that brings your total amount over and above 2,100, $21,400 for the year, just know for every $2 you go above that, they're going to take one away from you. Okay. Now that's just in terms of you being able to receive your benefits. Now, what about this? Is what I really want to hit on. What I really want to hit on is, again, all the financial experts, all the gurus, they tell you to put your money in a 401k, to put your money in an IRA, right? So that money is going to help supplement your income in retirement. Let's look at it. So let's say, for instance, that you are getting Social Security benefits, okay? And then you also receive a disbursement, or you receive money from your 401k. We're going to put here or slash IRA, okay? Or I'm gonna go a little bit further so I can include some more people. Or okay. So all of these accounts are pretty much the same thing. Okay. So here's what's crazy about it. Here's what's crazy about this. So whatever money you get in your Social Security benefits, they tell you to make sure that you're able to supplement your income, right? So you're able to live. So if you get any money from 401k, IRA, you do know that this money is going to be taxed. Because if you remember, it's all pre-tax money. When it went into the 401k, when it went into the IRA, when it went into into the SEP plan or the 403b, all of those things were monies that were pre-tax dollars. So eventually you're gonna have to pay Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam wants his. He wants his money, right? So once you reach retirement age and you start actually receiving some of that money, right? You are now going to have to pay taxes on any of this money that you got from here. You got to pay taxes. Okay. Now, not only do you have to pay taxes on this money, if the combined amount of your money that you receive from a 401k, from an IRA, and all of these other things, if the money that you receive from these accounts plus your Social Security benefits, if it puts you over 25k if you're single, or 34k if you're married, you are now going to have to pay tax on your Social Security income as well. Up to 25,000 if you're single, up to 34,000 if you're married, you don't have to pay tax on it. But guess what? When you start adding money from your 401k, from your IRA, and from your other disbursements, you got to pay taxes on that. Plus, now, if it puts you over these amounts, you're now going to have to pay tax on your Social Security. So they taxed you originally, right? Social Security is a tax. They taxed you originally so you can have money to go into the pot for your Social Security. And now they plan on taxing you again once you start receiving that money if it puts you over a certain amount. Let me ask you, how many people think that's fair? Do you think that's right? I mean, you actually have to pay tax on the tax. And so to me, I think that's utterly unfair and it's just ridiculous. So let me see. How many people feel the same way? How many of you feel the same? How many people feel that uh, $21,000 is simply not enough for you to live on in retirement from your Social Security? How many people feel $25,000 or $34,000 if you're married is not enough for you and your spouse to live on? How many people think it's fair that the government will tax you on your 401k money? That might be fair because you never paid taxes on that because it went in tax free or tax deferred. But if you wind up having to live on your 401k, your 403b, your IRA money, and then you start you combine that with your Social Security benefits, and it puts you over a certain amount, and so now they tell you that you're going to have to pay taxes on 50% of your Social Security income. You're going to have to pay up to 85% of your Social Security income is now taxable. It's not fair. But let me tell you something. Let me share something with you. There's actually a way that you can eliminate this. There's actually a way that you can bring in some additional monies for you to live on, right? Where it will not impact your social security, has no impact on your social security, and also this money that's coming in is never taxed. How many people would like to know how to do that? Well, let me share with you very quickly. You can actually create what's called a 7702 account. What is the 7702 account? What does it do? Let me tell you a couple of benefits of having a 7702 account. Number one, you always need to diversify how your money is invested and how your money is growing. If your money is growing in a 401k, if it is growing in an IRA, it is growing tax deferred, which means you're just kicking the can down the road. Eventually, you're going to have to pay taxes on that. But you want to make sure that you have monies in a place where it is never taxed. So that's one of the first things about a 7702 account is that it is tax free. All of the gains that you get in a 7702 account they're never taxed. What else? The 7702 does not limit how much you can contribute to it. See, with the 401k, with an IRA, all of those accounts, your 403b, your TSPs, those accounts all limit how much money you can put into them. See, if it's so great, why does the government limit you on how much money you can put in? But see, with this 7702 account, you don't have to worry about that. You can contribute as much as you want up to a certain limit, but that limit is determined by you. Okay? So there are no contribution limits. What else? It grows tax-free. You can put more money in. Okay? What else can you do? You can access it before you reach 59 and a half. You can't do that with a 401k. You can't do it with an IRA. If you touch that money, if you pull out any of that money before you reach 59 and a half, if it's not a hardship situation, if you touch any of that money before you reach 59 and a half in your 401k, IRA, TSP, 403b, all the accounts that the gurus and the financial advisors and other people tell you to put your money in, if you do that, if you access that, you're now going to have to pay taxes plus penalties. Okay? So it hardly makes it right. So we're talking about if you're in a tax bracket, a 25% tax bracket, then that means now you're gonna be paying 35% of whatever you pull out, whatever you take out in taxes and penalties. Okay? With the 7702, you don't have to worry about that. You never have to worry about that. You can access your money tax-free. What else are we talking about? Any disbursements from the 7702 account does not count towards your taxable income from the IRS standpoint. So you never have to worry about that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? These are things that people don't tell you. What else? A 7702 account, you never have to worry about losing money. You can get stock market returns without the risk of losing your money. Maybe you guys have heard of Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, he's one of the greatest institutional investors in recent history. He said, The first rule of investing, the first rule of money is number one, never lose money. Rule number two is to never forget rule number one. You never ever want to lose money. A 7702 account allows your money to get stock market returns, stock market like returns, and you never ever have to worry about losing money in the stock market. Unlike your 401k, your IRA, your all of your Roth accounts, anything that's in the stock market, you are at risk of losing your money. And as we begin to get older and get closer and closer to retirement, that's called your retirement time horizon. And as time goes by and as you get closer and closer to retirement, you should be your less of your money should be exposed in the stock market, right? But by doing so, you wind up losing the ability to generate good gains in your later years. 7702 accounts, you never have to worry about that because all of your money can be in a 7702 account that grows tax free. It's going to give you stock market like returns, and you never ever at risk of losing money. And then the final thing, you can have lifetime income in retirement that never runs out. It never runs out. You never have to worry about money running out. That doesn't happen with your 401k. Your IRA, whatever, when you start pulling when you start pulling that money out, and they say that you should not pull out any more than 4% each year, it's the 4% rule. And now it's really coming down to about 3%. You should never pull out more than 3% a year so your money does not run out in retirement. Well, guess what? With the 7702 account, you never have to worry about that if you set it up correctly. Guys, let me tell you something. They are not giving you the full story. They're not telling you everything that's going to be happening, that's going to be coming down the pipe. They're not telling you, they're not really telling you, how dire the Social Security situation is. They're not really giving us the whole story about that. They don't remind you that any monies that you put into a 401k or an IRA or any of those other tax advantage accounts, you're going to have to pay taxes on those. They really don't want to tell you that chances are over the next 10, 15, 20 years, taxes are likely to go up, and that you're going to wind up paying more of your money, that 401k, the IRA, all of those accounts, you're going to wind up paying more of your hard-earned money in taxes. They don't tell you that your Social Security benefits are potentially taxable after you've earned a certain amount. They don't tell you those things. And so I want to share those things with you so you will know how to prepare and how to set yourself up the right way for retirement. So you're able to live well, so you're able to prosper, so you're able to be healthy, so you won't have to choose between, having medicines or food, keeping lights on or roof over your head in retirement. You want to make sure that you set yourself up the right way. So let me tell you, if you want to learn more about how you can set up a 7702 account, how it can benefit you and your family, click the link below, or above somewhere around this video, or feel free to inbox me. I would love to talk with you about the benefits and how diversifying your retirement savings, having a 7702 account can be a wonderful benefit for yourself and for your family. All right. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time.